Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, can you subscribe? If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back to check on your baby girl. Okay, so it's episode 8 of the Pepper Den reunion, and in the studio we have Kim, Avala, Nelson, Thelma, Jeff, and Toyo. Isilomo joined online, and when the episode started, there was a recap of the first few people that were evicted from the house during the show. And the topic, of course, for the discussion was eviction, more so for the early evictees. Okay, so Evuka first spoke to Isilomo, admitting that she and Avala's eviction was probably the most cruel eviction in the history of Big Brother Naija. And if you watch Big Brother, you realize that their eviction was not based on votes, but it was based on a game, I think. He then moved to Toyo, trying hard not to laugh, because if you watch the show, Toyo's eviction was also quite funny and sad at the same time, because I think the time that Toyo was evicted, that was when Tacha and Sheyi were also fake evicted. So Toyo said when he came out, he felt that, okay, where was his own room? Because after Tacha and Sheyi were evicted, he knelt down thanking Nigeria, thanking Wari. He felt like everything was cool. But he came out to realize that, oops, he was actually the only one who had been evicted. Oh my God, that must have been so painful. Okay, so now Ebuka moved to Nelson, and Ebuka now said that people were surprised he left, because everybody thought that Nelson was a nice guy, and a lot of people liked him, and everybody thought he was going to be voted for. Ebuka asked Nelson if he thought Big Brother was fair for putting everyone up, because Nelson left during the general eviction. I don't know if you remember, during the show as well, there was this time that Big Brother decided to put all the housemates up for possible eviction, and that was when Nelson was evicted. But Nelson said he felt that Big Brother was fair because he was not given enough energy, because he was mostly sick when he entered the BBnaija house, and he said he was very sick. He actually emphasized on the very sick. He said he tried his best and was fine. He was evicted. He didn't really have any bad feelings about that. So Ebuka now asked housemates who they thought were shocked to have been evicted early. Ike said he felt Avala was shocked to have left early. Tacha said it was more of a reality check, and she did not really get to say goodbye to Avala or Isilomo. And Sadi said Kim Opera, Jackie said Kim Opera, Ford said Kim Opera, Messi said Kim Opera, because she felt Kim was pretty. She felt Kim had fans because she was an ex-beauty queen, and Kim herself said she didn't expect to have left early. She actually expected to have stayed much longer. So Ebuka now comes to Kim and said not only were the housemates shocked, but she was also shocked as well. And Kim said she was really shocked. She actually said she was mad and furious because she felt someone somewhere did something wrong. But she came to terms with the fact that it was a game, and being a game, she finally came to terms with that. Ebuka now asked Kim if she felt she came across as overconfident, because according to Ebuka, from the reaction of fans, she felt like, man, I got this, and that might have rubbed people off the wrong way, and asked Kim if she thought that was a wrong move. Kim said that was who she was, and she felt that people always had that perception of her, because she was just a confident person, and she never liked to show weakness whatsoever. She felt her confidence spoke for itself, and she didn't even need to speak to be confident. The moment she enters a room, you should see that, ooh, that girl is confident. Ebuka now said people also believed Kim had the strategy of being cool with the guys, and asked if that rubbed off the wrong way with female viewers as well. Kim says she did not think so, because how she acts is coming from the person and experience she has had with girls. She further went to explain that she knows females and how, they can be friends with you, but they are always quick to stab you at the back. Ebuka now moved to Avala, because he said Avala had been nodding all the while, and asked why she was nodding and if she was in agreement with Kim being a guy's girl instead of a girl's girl. Avala said Kim did come off like she didn't want nothing to do with the girls, and Avala felt like Kim felt she was better than the other housemates, and that might have made her, feel a bit off with Kim. Also, Avala said she felt Kim was very competitive. So if the other housemate was also competitive, definitely Kim will rub off the person the wrong way. So Ebuka now moves to Isilomo and stated that one other girl that was perceived as a guy's girl was Isilomo, and asked if she agreed with the point Kim made. But before he did that, he said that seeing as one can still be a guy's girl, if he felt that you didn't need to alienate the other girls. So Isilomo now said yes, she agreed with that Kim was a girl's guy, but she definitely rubbed the girls off in a wrong way. She didn't find Kim intimidating, but would agree with Avala that Kim felt she was better than everybody, and Kim really used to piss her off with little things she did. And at that time, she perceived Kim to not be a very genuine person. So Ebuka now asks that she gives example of some things Kim did to piss her off. And she stated that the first thing that really used to piss her off was Kim's accent, and also the fact that Kim had one time had the audacity to tell her to get up from a chair that she was sitting on. If you watch Big Brother, there was this yellow chair that was in the house that became, I think, Thatcher's chair after some time. And she recounted that story and several other stories. And after she did, Kim said she now understood how annoying that would have been. But at that point in time, she was really not thinking about Isilomo. And she felt that, she shouldn't have used this against her. Anyway, outside the show, she could care less about Isilomo, Kim said. And Isilomo said she was indifferent about Kim and how they didn't have a relationship outside the show. And it looks like, the two of them have mutual feelings when it comes to that. Ebuka now said there was a perception that people who left early in the show were not the most fun people. So some housemates were asked who they felt was boring in the house. Joe said Diane, Toyo said Nelson, Jackie and Diane. Ella said Thelma. Venita said most people were entertaining. Omashala said Isilomo. Jackie said Avala. Sedi said Avala. Ebuka now asked Nelson if he felt he was boring or was he going to blame the sickness. Personally in the house, I don't know if I really like Nelson because of the whole Esther, Diane, triangle, all those things were not really sitting down well with me. But what I'm about to say right now, maybe if you make sense out of this, kindly leave your comment because I really didn't understand. Because Nelson said he was shocked that Toyo would even say he was boring because he was always cooking for him, watching his back, and gave him his head of house room to even sleep in. But Ebuka was like, but that was not entertaining. But Nelson felt he had Toyo's back, coin-wise and all. So for him to have Toyo's back, he didn't expect Toyo to open his mouth to say he was boring, and also knew Toyo before the house. So it's like Toyo was like his buddy, he knew him very well. So he wasn't expecting Toyo to call him boring. So Ebuka now repeated exactly what he had just said a few minutes ago by saying, but that was not entertaining. Well, Nelson disagreed with Ebuka and said he wasn't boring, that he was quite upset that Toyo said that. So Ebuka now wanted to establish if it was because Toyo said it or someone else. If someone else had said it, would he have agreed that he was boring? He said, well, maybe, but for Toyo saying it, he really got upset with that. So now Toyo said he didn't say it out of a bad place, but he just felt he was, speaking his truth. Ebuka now asked who housemates would have loved to swap out with the housemates that got evicted. And Jackie said she would have swapped Avala for Kafi. Diane said she would have swapped Avala, but she didn't say with who. Sedi said she would have swapped Isilomo. Ike said he would have swapped Kim for Joe. Jeff said he would have let Mike go and have any one of the people that had been evicted. And then now it came to Jeff to speak. So Jeff started speaking about the coin issue, where if you had watched the show, you remember that around this time he had promised Avala that he was going to give Avala some coins because Avala was in his team. So this was the deal. During the first week, if the people with the most coins were not up for eviction. So if you had the least coins, it means you were going home. And around that time, Avala was in Jeff's team, and Jeff and Kimopra had the most coins. So Jeff, being in Avala's team, he promised Avala that he was going to give Avala some coins. But then the decision had to change, according to Jeff, after Omashola's coins were stolen. So he had to, now give Omashola 100 BBnaija coins. And also, he said he gave Mike 100 BBnaija coins. But the problem he had was he didn't give Mike. It was Omashola. He later corrected himself, sorry. But the problem Jeff had was the fact that because the coins were, just all together, he couldn't break the coins to, be able to share it out. And that he felt that he didn't fulfill his promise to Avala. And, that made him actually feel bad about it. But the thing was, if he had to, do it again, it would still be the same way. Ebuka asking him if he regretted his action, he said, well, it had happened the way it was supposed to happen, and it's cool the way it happened. And he was upset he could not fulfill his promise, but then again, he does not regret it. So as he was talking, Avala exclaimed, "Oh wow," and said she was actually shocked. And then Avala asked Jeff if he thought he had played the game right, because at the end of the day, Jeff left, because she felt if he had played his game right, Omashola would have left and Jeff would have stayed in the game. She said she didn't like people that lied and felt Jeff just wanted to be on Omashola and other housemates' good books. So he felt he was fake and didn't mean what he had said to her. I remember that time Avala was quite hurt. Yeah, I remember, because I think she was also blamed that their team lost or something like that. And she said she was quite happy when Kim and Jeff left the house. She was not going to hide it or even lie about it. Avala asked Jeff why he actually called her to apologize if he was there saying he didn't regret anything that happened. And then Jeff said it was because he knew he did not fulfill the promise to her. That was the only reason why he had called her. So there was a little back and forth here and there. And then Ebuka now finally moved to Thelma and said that at the start of the show, Thelma was one of the few people that stood out, especially to him. And he believes some viewers would also, feel the same way, because it looked like she was there to win. She wasn't there for any relationship, friendship, whatsoever. So he asked why she felt she didn't also deserve to have left. So Thelma said she personally felt that she left because of the fish argument or issue she had with Tacha. She further went to say that she still loved fish, but it was a known fact that Tacha had fans before the house and she didn't have any when she joined the house. She said as at the time she was entering the house, she had a little under 1k followers. So Ebuka asked her if she felt fighting with Tacha affected her, and Thelma said yes, and also said that most of Tacha's fans behaved like Tacha and she felt they would support her even if she was in the wrong, which to her was nonsense. So the episode ended with a quote, of course, from Ebuka, and this is the quote: "Remember, you are not defeated when you lose. You are only defeated when you stop trying." I'm so sorry this episode is coming late. I actually was not gonna do this video because the whole episode, I must say, was quite boring. Oh my god, I was so bored the whole time I was watching this episode. I'm not gonna lie. Mainly because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like a lot of the things happening in this reunion is a bit uncalled for in some of the topics. And Nelson being upset Toyo called him boring. I don't get it. What's wrong with someone calling you boring? Like, you're boring. Like, why even gonna fight it? Why would you even want to defend it by saying you cook for the person? That's not entertainment. The last time I checked, I don't even understand. So I was not gonna do this video, but hey, I didn't want to leave you guys hanging because I felt I needed to give you guys every detail. So here you have episode 8 of the BBnaija reunion show. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, comment, like, share, subscribe, And thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. Thank you so much. Enjoy.